Today was the start of the 2012 Olympics, and I know you know that, but so far today I have watched boxing, briefly, table tennis, featuring a 16-year-old American kicking the ass of a 28-year-old Mexican in the women's, I think it was the first round games. And what else? I watched fencing. Yes, fencing, and it was somewhat interesting because one of the women kept yelling and screaming all over the damn place. They also, I'm trying to think here. I also watched archery, which is on right now, the re-airing archery. I watched badminton, a little bit of badminton, men's volleyball, which I was watching earlier when I did the last take, and a few other things. I think that's actually about it. I watched a little bit of cycling while we were in the hospital while my dad was getting his blood work done. But went to Gamestop today in Seekonk and picked up some games, naturally. The Seekonk Gamestop has a movie stop next to it, or a couple, like a store or two down from it, and that's where my dad went. The total cost today was $11.43 with tax, and that's including discounts on all the games. I ended up saving $1.20 with my Power Up Rewards card. So, scoreboard. Start with the non-Olympic games. Picked up 2 Olympic games, but we'll start with the non-Olympic games. This game is for my dad. Guitar Hero 2. There's Mom. That's her fingers. Guitar Hero 2. No, I didn't pay $25. This used to be $25 at one point. Now it's $3. No, it's actually $2. Less than $2. Yeah, I paid $1.80 for this. So, scoreboard. It's complete. I gave this to my dad because I don't play that much Guitar Hero anymore, and I figured he could use it more than I could, and I figured it'd be a nice gesture. Disc is in good shape for a 360 game this old, and the manual is almost perfect. There's a little bit of wear from it, but that's fine. I don't think my dad cares about the manual that much, but if he wants to, he can just buy it from somewhere else if he wants to. For the rest of the games are for me. I picked up Arena Football for 89 cents. This is the original Arena Football back when EA was in their license grab phase. I remember playing this game when I was back when it came out. I had my dad I had the old man rent it for me. I had my grandfather rent it for me, I think, a couple times. I remember having this game and like playing it a bunch, and it was interesting. I mean, it was interesting. I remember, this was, of course, back when Blockbuster was still going. Now, of course, they're gone. At least the ones near me. There's only one in the state of North Carolina that I know of, and that's still going. And they haven't looked like they're closing anytime soon. But Blockbuster's pretty much all but gone. But back when Blockbuster was going, I actually rented this from back when they had that keep your games pass or whatever. You pay like $20 a month, you get to rent a game and keep it for as long as you want to. Now they have something like that, and it's called GameFly. But back then, that was really before GameFly took off. Back when Blockbuster did it, this is the comfort of doing it at your local Blockbuster. Of course, you were limited to your selection, but disc is in pretty decent shape. It's not the best of shape it's okay for a PS2 game. It'll work. It's got a lot of scratches on it, but no real big scratches. I think there might be 1 or 2 little medium ones, but a couple of scuff marks on here. But otherwise, not too bad. Manual's almost perfect as well. Typically with the manuals, if they have like the case and the manual at GameStop, they're generally in good condition. So I don't really care about the disc as long as it's not completely scratched to hell, which they usually aren't. I don't think I've had a game from GameStop not work, unless it's, of course, a game that's not supposed to work on my slim PS2. But Also picked up 2 Olympic games. This one I'll get to in a second. I picked up Beijing 2008 for 360. Complete in box. The disc is typical for a 360 game. It's alright. It's nothing special, but you know, it looks pretty good. It's got some smudges on it, but I'm sure a little cleaning will fix that. It's like a little bit of cleaning on it will fix that. I'm not gonna do too much to it right now, but manual again is almost perfect shape. There's even the little pamphlet as well, the little advertisement for the mobile games that they provided for the Beijing Olympics and for Sonic at the Olympic Games. So, I remember seeing this game. I don't think I actually played this game on the 360. I played the Athens game, but I never played this one. So, now I got it for $7.20, so I'm happy with that. And then, a game that gave me so many good times as a child, Salt Lake 2002. This is a old PS2 game. $1, 89 cents. I remember I had my grandfather rent this for me all the time. I think I actually bought it from Gamestop at one point, then traded it back in and kept the manual. Either that, or I kept the manual when I was a kid. I was not smart back in those days. I never remembered to do that, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why they, like, when they later in time they actually said, put your fucking manual back in. But the disc, the condition the disc is in is typical for a PS2 game this old. It's actually not that typical. It's got some scratches on it, but otherwise it doesn't look too bad. And this is a blue disc, but I'm sure it'll work. And the manual again is almost perfect. There's a little bit of wear, but otherwise not too bad. So 3 games for me, 1 game for my father. This is, I mean, not bad for $12. Gets you for me 3 good quality games, but for anybody else 4 games. I'm sure you could probably get 4 games that are $1 and say, hey, I got a better deal than you, but you know, I don't care. I got some games I wanted, so it'll be interesting to give this a shot, see how it is. I already know how this is. I'm probably gonna play it when I get back, but because the PS2 up here isn't plugged in. But that's it. Later.